The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Lake Guntersville in Alabama is known as the South's fastest water. We'll put it to the test today with 4 classes of watercraft racing coming up on Racer H2O. Race fans, welcome to Guntersville, Alabama, where Racer H2O is proud to bring you our coverage of the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. Hello again, everyone, alongside of Kay, Brad, Jeff, and the Racer H2O crew and thousands of other race fans. I'm Jared Romsberg. Man, we are fired up to be back in Alabama to showcase one of the largest watercraft racing events in America. Let's kick things into gear with highlights of Powerboat Nationals Pro Tunnel 1 boats, brought to you by Guntersville Lake Hydrofest, an extreme event on the South's fastest water. Dylan Anderson had the Anderson Marine 17 on the pole for the PT1 main event. When the flag dropped, the fleet blasted off of the beach, and Austin Cheatham in the Nashville Marine 57 and the rest of the fleet chased Anderson to the hole shot. 77 Mike Quindazzi and 47 Jake Alcama put on a show early as the two fought nose-to-nose for 4th. 34 Jeff Reno was in 3rd, but he would surrender the spot a few laps into the race when he bowed out with mechanical issues. A few laps later, 70 Jude Gaspard and 15 Tim Kraft thrilled the fans with a multi-lap side-by-side battle for position. Kraft did his best, but he would soon have to deal with the 13 of Aaron Wachholz, who roared up to break up the party. Second place, Austin Cheatham pushed so hard that he blew the cowling off of the Nashville Marine 57, but it still wasn't enough, as Nashville, Tennessee's Dylan Anderson went wire to wire, winning Powerboat Nationals Pro Tunnel 1 main event in Guntersville.
PT1. You weren't just a heat winner, you took it all, the final. You're a little bit wet. What's going on with this, Dylan Anderson of Anderson Marine?
Well, it's a long-standing tradition. When you win your first race, you got to get thrown in, and RJ and Jude just picked me up right off the stage and said we're going swimming. So here we are.
You're the only Yamaha out there, and that was what was so much fun, and that was what was the talk of the town. Yamaha beat out every Mercury out there today. Congratulations, and I know you have a lot of people to thank.
Yeah, I can't thank Anderson Marine enough. I can't thank Yamaha enough. I can't thank all my friends and family just for helping me, and my crew guys, Dylan, Patrick, Lindsay, my mom, dad, Rourke, Summerford, everybody. I can't thank them enough. They are the only reason we won this weekend.
Anderson was joined by Austin Cheatham and Mike Quindazzi on the Pro Tunnel 1 podium at the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. Fans, we have so much more coming for you. Stay where you are. More racing from Guntersville is coming up on Racer H2O right after this.
Racer H2O's presentation of the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest is brought to you by Buffalo Rock Pepsi. Let summer. Life's better with Pepsi. By Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference. Member FDIC. Michelob Ultra. Proud to serve those who serve. Drink responsibly. Freedom Marine Center. Award-winning sales and service. And by Sanmina. What we make makes a difference.
Guntersville.com. Now let's get back to Guntersville Lake Hydrofest for highlights of Powerboat Nationals Pro Tunnel 2 main event. 21, Jose Mendana Jr. had earned the pole position for the PT2 main event. When the flag dropped, the Tampa, Florida driver shot away in the lead with 18, Jason Nelson, 2, Travis Thompson, and the rest of the fleet in tow. Jason Nelson is a past series champion. Starting 4th on the line is unfamiliar territory for him, and he quickly moved through the first turns, got alongside of 2, Travis Thompson, and put the Screaming Eagle 18 into 2nd, pursuing Mendana down the front stretch. As the race progressed, 83, Eric Weinzak was riding in 4th. But this spin in turns 3 and 4 would be costly, as 41, James Klein, and 77, Daniel Trozen were able to slide by, moving Weinzak back in the pack. As we came to the final laps, Mendana would have to maneuver around lapped boats. Jason Nelson was in 2nd, nipping at his heels, and Mendana knew he had to be perfect for the final laps. The 21 threaded the needle multiple times, keeping the Screaming Eagle 18 to his rear. Jose Mendana Jr. went wire to wire, winning Powerboat Nationals Pro Tunnel 2 feature race at the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest.
Jose Mendana came all the way from Tampa, Florida. Look at that piece of hardware that you've got there. Worked hard to get it, and he's holding it proudly.
Yeah, that was a heck of a race, man. That was been doing this for many years, and Jason made me work for that one all 20 laps. Couldn't shake him, couldn't make an error. He had a little bit of speed on us, but we came out on top. I got to just thank my dad and Mike Lee, Kevin Pash, and Steve Lee, my Canadian crew, everybody, all the guys who couldn't be here to make this happen. It feels great to win again.
Mendana was joined by Jason Nelson and Travis Thompson on the Pro Tunnel 2 podium at the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. Fans, don't go anywhere. We have highlights of hydrocross racing, and then we've got green to checkered action of the H1 Unlimited Hydroplanes coming up on Racer H2O from Guntersville right after this.
This segment of Racer H2O's coverage of the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest is brought to you by Lake Guntersville. Experience our lake your way at ExploreLakeGuntersville.com.
Fans, welcome back to the Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. This is easily one of the largest watercraft racing events in the United States, and the fans have come out in droves to experience this incredible event. In addition to the racing, Hydrofest provides plenty of family-friendly fun all along the shore. From inflatables to food to games and displays from many of the Hydrofest sponsors, this summertime event brings thousands of fans from throughout the region and is an absolute blast. Learn how you can get your business involved with the 2022 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest by visiting ExploreLakeGuntersville.com. But now let's move things back onto Lake Guntersville with highlights of Hydrocross Nationals racing. 2019 Hydrofest Hydrocross champion Kelly Smith was back on his number 5 Huracan R, ready to defend his crown. When course marshal Randy Scott raised the flag, the fleet rocketed towards the first pin. Kelly Smith emerged from the spray with P1 with Matt Johnson and Johnny Smith in tow. Two teams were locked in a battle for 4th with 16 Devin Farthing and 96 Hayden Skellett going shoulder to shoulder. Farthing snuck away, Skellett bounced wide, and 19 Kyle Hayes moved ahead of the 96. Kyle Hayes' time ahead of Skellett was brief as the 96 hugged the buoy and got back around. Then disaster struck Farthing as he slid off his ski. He swam back quickly and got the 16 restarted and back into the fight. Farthing wasn't the only rider that would swim in Lake Guntersville. Later in the opening laps, leader Kelly Smith got turned around and went into the lake. This allowed 27 Matt Johnson to take the lead. When Johnson went for his trip around the Joker buoy, Johnny Smith moved into the lead. Kelly Smith had worked his way back up to 2nd. Johnny Smith took off for the Joker buoy, surrendering his lead to Kelly Smith, with 96 Hayden Skellett coming along in second. 27 Matt Johnson and 16 Devin Farthing had cycled their way through and were fighting for the last spot on the podium. The team gave the veteran a run for his money, but Johnson held on to third. Kelly Smith was in the lead, and he would stay there all the way to the checkered flag, winning the Hydrocross Nationals main event in Guntersville.
We got the winner, not only once, but now twice. 2 years straight, Kelly Smith. You had to work for that. You had 2 boats on your backside. They were chomping at the bit to come and get that podium finish, but you took it. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely made it a little difficult on myself, having a spin out where I came off, and had to climb back on, pass a couple guys to get back into the lead. So, yeah, not the way I really wanted to get it done, because I was getting a pretty good sizable lead at the beginning of that race and felt like I was pulling away and made a little mistake. It was my own mental error, and was able to recover from it, though. You know, we're just glad to be out here. First and foremost, we always give glory to God for what we do, and we love to do that, and we love to do ministry at the trackside, so that's cool. And racing is just icing on the cake.
I know you have a lot of people to thank because, you know, it does take a great team, but it also takes a great boat.
Yep. Got to thank the guys at Team Faith who build this Huracan R from the ground up. It's their project boat, and they put it underneath me and are what's making me a winner. Also, Fly Racing, they're awesome. They get us around, fund us. Got Moto Adventure, Pirelli, MX Tech, and Commander Industries.
Smith was joined by Hayden Skellett and Matt Johnson on the Hydrocross Nationals podium at the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. All right, fans, the big boats are on the water. The H1 Unlimited Hydroplanes race in Guntersville on Racer H2O when we come back.
This segment of Racer H2O's coverage of the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest is brought to you by Marshall County Tourism and Sports. If you think we are like every other water destination, you won't when you leave.
Fans, welcome back to Guntersville Lake Hydrofest, where it is time for the main event. The H1 Unlimited Hydroplanes are making their way to the start-finish line, and now let's send it to the voices of the H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Series, Brad Luce and Jeff Ayler with the call.
15 seconds to go. Kelly did this in his previous heat. He brought a carload of boat speed to the line. Can he do it again? We are inside 10 seconds. We are down to 5 seconds. We're 4, 3, 2, 1. And across the start-finish line, that start is too close to call. It was Jamie Nielsen on the line with Bernard with him. Jeff Bernard's got a lot of boat speed. The start is under review, and it is Jeff Bernard. He's going to get out of there first. He carried a lot of boat speed down there, but he's got Kelly with him on the outside, and he's got Peabody with him outside of that. There's 3 boats, and that one rooster tail up in the backstretch. It is Jeff Bernard.
Bernard in front. He will be one of the starters under review. Start under review. Bernard and Nielsen, the first 2 across. Bernard in front. Kelly's there. Brad into turn 2.
Yeah, we saw these 2 hook up earlier, and it was Kelly on the inside, and there's Kelly on the outside. Kelly is now pulled up alongside Jeff Bernard, and the Goodman Real Estate presents Miss Home Street. Remember, fans, we go 5 times around. They're going to be dead even at the end of lap number 1. Kelly by 1 boat length. J. Michael Kelly has gotten past Jeff Bernard. He beat him on the inside last time, Jeff, but this time he's actually trying to drive around him on the outside. So far, so good.
Kelly needs to drive clean in turn number 1. Now you see gaining superiority as Bernard has dropped back. Kelly in front, Bernard in second, Peabody in third. Vilwalk has moved to 4th, Nielsen in 5th, Brad 1.5 in, 3.5 to go in the Southern Cup.
Up the backstretch, it's a full rooster tail lead for J. Michael Kelly, driving the U8, the Miss Tri-Cities. And you are right, he has opened up a full rooster tail on Jeff Bernard. But now Bernard's got to keep his eye on that right side rearview mirror, because Corey Peabody is starting to move up on the outside of Jeff. It is J. Michael Kelly at the top end of the race course. Watch him drive this clean. He'll slide way out of there, leave plenty of room for his good buddy Jeff Bernard. And you saw Peabody up there slide out wide. 3 boats coming down the front straightaway, going to put 2 in the books with 3 to go. J. Michael Kelly showing some incredible speed.
2 complete, 3 to go. Kelly in front, deck to deck racing for second. Bernard on the inside, and Goodman Real Estate presents Miss Home Street. Peabody on the outside, and Pinnacle Peak Consulting. Kelly in front, Bernard with the advantage of the inside, but Brad, Peabody's got some horsepower on the outside wake.
Yeah, the race is second position. Remember, the start is under review, and the two boats that were involved in it are the 11 and the 1, as Corey Peabody goes past Jeff Bernard. I'm going to hand it over to you, Jeff. I'm going to check on that review.
We're past the halfway mark of the 2021 Southern Cup here at the Lake Guntersville Hydrofest. J. Michael Kelly clearly in front in the U8 Miss Tri-Cities. The boat running physically in third. Brad, is our penalty?
Nope, there's two penalties. The 1 and the 11 both jumped the start. So Jeff Bernard already has that information. That is why Jeff has pulled his foot, I am sure. So he is now running behind the pack. 3 in the books with 2 to go. And man, oh man, Daryl Strong, you're running 1-2 in the Southern Cup.
So your official order right now after lap number 3, J. Mike in first, Corey Peabody in second, Dave Vilwalk is vaulted to third, and Miss Beacon Fleming, Jeff Bernard in fourth, Jamie Nielsen trails it, Brad, we're 3.5 in, 1 1/2 laps to go in the Southern Cup.
J. Michael Kelly halfway up the backstretch on lap number 4. Cruises into the upper corner. Our boats have now spread out. Jeff Bernard definitely has got the word. He knows that he has jumped the start, and therefore he will have to run an extra lap. They will come down and complete lap number 4. The white flag is flying. That means 1 more to go for J. Michael Kelly. Daryl and Vanessa Strong, the 2 boats they purchased in the offseason, are sitting here number 1 and 2. White flag, Kelly, 1 to go. Here comes teammate Corey Peabody. This is going to be a big story, Jeff, with this new race team.
Boys, smiles are big with owners Daryl and Vanessa Strong, their first ever race in H1 Unlimited. As owners, Kelly slowed momentarily, hit a roller. Brad, 1/2 a lap to go in the Southern Cup. J. Michael Kelly in front.
Driving for Daryl and Vanessa Strong, driving a boat sponsored by the business organizations of the Tri-City metropolitan area in the state of Washington and the Pacific Northwest. If he can negotiate this upper corner and bring it down to the checkered flag, he will claim a Southern Cup victory. And if he looks in the rearview mirrors, he's going to find his grade school classmate, his longtime good friend Corey Peabody, and teammate will come home in second. It is J. Michael Kelly, winner of the 2021 Southern Cup at the Lake Guntersville Hydrofest.
Wow, what a race. Congratulations to J. Michael Kelly on his win. Fans, don't move a muscle. We're going to hand out the big hardware, the Southern Cup, when we come back to Guntersville on Racer H2O right after this.
Racer H2O's presentation of the 2021 Guntersville Lake Hydrofest was brought to you by the U.S. Army. Text AURI to GO ARMY for more information. The Marshall County Economic Development Council, growing our economy one company at a time. By Pilgrim's Pride. Pilgrim's Chicken, delicious taste, quality chicken. Find us at your local grocer. The Marshall County Gas District. Affordable, efficient, reliable, serving you since 1953. And by the Marshall County Legislative Office, bringing together citizens and state elected officials to address the issues that matter.
Fans, welcome back to Guntersville, Alabama, where just moments ago, J. Michael Kelly was handed the Southern Cup, and the celebrations began here in Guntersville on the podium as he raised the Southern Cup in triumph. And then just a few moments after that, he was awarded the Owners Southern Cup, who he presented to Strong Racing, their first win in their first race as a team with H1 Unlimited Hydroplanes here at the Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. Fans, we welcome you to the post-race show presented by Alabama Mountain Lakes Tourist Association. From mountains and lakes to rockets in space, visit northalabama.org for your next vacation. K. Myers Brewer is standing by with the 2021 Southern Cup champion here in Guntersville.
J. Michael Kelly, H1 Unlimited here at Hydrofest at Guntersville, Alabama. You had a crazy start to your season. New boat, new owner, new shop, new driver, everything brand new. But look at this. You've got top finish. This is going to be the beginning of a great year for you and the Strong team.
It's amazing. I mean, Daryl and Vanessa Strong, first-time owners, first race as an unlimited owner, and come away with the victory. My first time getting to even sit in the boat was, for a race was this weekend. So
I mean, what more can you ask for to come away with the win? It was an amazing weekend. Even my team made a 1-2 finish with Corey Peabody, and man, what an amazing feeling.
Well, J. Michael, you got your career started at 9 years old with the small outboards. You've worked your way up to the inboards, now here to H1. Kind of give us like your best story that you can talk about here at Guntersville, Alabama.
Just really even coming to Guntersville, Alabama. The fans are amazing. It's been a good run. I've been here twice now. I finished second last year, and then to come back this year, with the season off and win is a pretty cool thing. So I mean, this is definitely one of the highlights of my racing career. First time winner in Guntersville, so that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed for the Bonnie Lake, Washington driver as J. Michael Kelly wins the 2021 Southern Cup at the Guntersville Lake Hydrofest. Equally cool, his strong racing teammate Corey Peabody finishing second. In third, Dave Villwalk. Both Jeff Bernard and Jamie Nielsen were docked a lap because they jumped the gun at the start of the race. Andrew Tate in the U12 was disqualified from the main event due to a course violation prior to the start. Fans, once again, we had an absolutely fantastic time here in Guntersville, where Lake Guntersville proved itself to be the South's fastest water. Thanks again for watching, fans. On behalf of the entire Racer H2O crew, I'm Jared Romsberg. We'll see you at racerh2o.com.